Let me show you how we can organize apps and pages on Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra. Let's start with the basics, the apps on the home screen. If you want to add a new app to the home screen, you can just go to the app drawer, press and hold your finger on the app that you wish to add to the home screen. So let's say I'm gonna choose this one over here. And then if you hold it for a couple of seconds, you are going to be redirected to the home screen, and you can just place it anywhere you want to. Instead of holding and waiting, you can also drag the app to the upper side of the app drawer to immediately be redirected to the home screen. And of course, we can keep adding apps that we want to have on the home screen. If you want to remove an app, you can press and hold your finger on the app, and then here we have the remove option. You can also select an option instead, and then you can select multiple apps at once and remove all of these selected apps from the home screen at once. Now, besides that, of course, apps can be moved around. So, for example, if I want to move it to the left or right side, I can just press and hold my finger on the app, and then if I start dragging it, I can just go all the way to the previous or the next page. Speaking of pages, we can of course create a new page quite easily. You just have to drop an app on that page, and then a new page is created. Of course, if we go back, and if there is nothing left on that page, the page is going to stay on this phone. If you want to get rid of the page completely, if you want to remove a page, press and hold your finger on an empty space. There we go. Then over here, we should be able to find this trash icon in the upper right corner. If the page is completely empty, there is nothing in here, we can just tap on that trash icon and it's instantly removed. If you have something on that page, whether it is an app, widget, folder, whatever it is, you will have to confirm that you want to do that. And of course, if you remove a page with some content inside of here on this page, then of course everything that we had on that page is going to be removed from the home screen as well. So you might want to move things around first to other pages if you consider removing a page. Going back to apps, we can of course store them in a folder. Now, if you want to create a folder, we have two main ways to do so. You can drop one app into another one, just like that. And the second method, let me actually take it back. The second method is pretty similar to the one that we use to remove apps from the home screen. That is, we can press and hold our finger on the app and choose select. And once again, we can select multiple apps at once, and then we can choose create folder option in the upper right corner. And there we go. This is how we can create a folder. Of course, we can set up the name for the folder. We can use this plus button in order to add more apps into the folder. Of course, we can also drag and drop more apps manually into a folder to add them as well. Now, folders can also be, of course, extended or we can make them bigger. If you tap on enlarge over here, the folder is going to be 2 by 2 instead of just 1 by 1. The difference between these two apps, like over here, these two folders, and that is the 1 by 1 folder and 2 by 2 folder, is that many of the apps that we can see on the folder straight away, they can be immediately opened by tapping on them, on these apps. So if I tap on this app over here, it is immediately opened, as you can see over here. But in the case of 1 by 1 folder, if I try to tap on any of these small app icons, I will just open a folder first. So this is the clear difference. Bigger folder allows you to instantly open an app that is inside the folder, as long as the app icon is also just a little bit bigger, just like these two over here. And besides that, we can of course make it smaller back again if that's what you need. So of course, this is a great way to organize apps and have a quick access to certain apps. And of course, this allows you to save space as well. Besides that, removing folders is also quite simple. You can press and hold your finger to select the folder, and we have the remove option. It removes the whole folder with all the apps that we have inside that folder. And if you want to keep these apps on the home screen, then unfortunately in this case you have to manually drag them out of the folder. So press and hold your finger, drag it outside of the folder and place it somewhere on the home screen. And if there is just one app left inside of that folder, then the folder is going to be removed, and that is pretty much it. Now, another thing that we can talk about in the case of customization of the home screen and organizing it is of course widgets. We can add a widget to the home screen by pressing and holding our finger on an empty space again. Now in here we're gonna go to widgets at the bottom of the screen. You might see some example widgets that you can of course use if you want to, and if you scroll down, then we have a list of apps that have widgets. Not every app has a widget. Some apps have more widgets than other, but of course if you try to find something, you can just look for it over here on this list. Now, If you tap on any of these apps, you can see all available widgets provided by the app. And if you want to add something, if you want to add a widget to the home screen, you can either tap on the widget and you can find the add button, or you can press and hold your finger on that widget, then you are going to be redirected to the home screen and just drop it anywhere you want to. Now if you drop it, you might see highlighted corners. That means that you can try to resize the widget, and you can grab by these corners to try to make it bigger. Keep in mind that sometimes resizing options are limited, while some apps allow you to customize it pretty much freely, so you can have different sizes. In some cases, resizing is limited. You can only set up specific sizes, or it is not possible to change the size of a widget at all. Some widgets have fixed width and height, and you cannot really change it. Of course, if you want to readjust the size, you can press and hold your finger on the widget, and then these highlighted corners are visible again. Another thing about creating widgets is that we can create stacks. So if you press and hold your finger on a widget that you have on the home screen, you can find create stack option. This allows you to add multiple widgets into one space, and you can swipe between these widgets. So now let's go to create stack. One thing that you have to know about creating stacks is that you can only use widgets that can be the same size. So in my case, I had a widget that was 2x1, so I can add only widgets that are 2x1 as well, or can be 2x1 as well. If I try to add 2x1 and 3x1 widgets, then it's not going to work. So in here, let's use another example widget. We can just press add it, and there we go. Now I can swipe between these two widgets. Of course, if you press and hold your finger, we can edit the stacks. If you want to remove a widget, you have that option in here, or if you want to add more, then it's also possible. You can keep adding more and more widgets. This allows you to save lots of space because you don't have to really create a bunch of different pages with all your widgets, and you can just keep most important widgets probably in just one space, if that's of course what you need, unless you want them to be separated anyway, if you don't want to swipe between them. And if you want to remove a widget, you can just press and hold your finger on the widget, and of course you also have the remove option. So simple as that. One thing that I also have to mention, which I forgot to mention about pages, is that you can also choose which page should be the default one. Over here on the left side, at the top above the page, we have this shape over here, which if it's colored, it indicates that the selected page over here that we can see right now is the main one. So whenever we open the home screen, whenever we go to the home screen, this page is going to be visible at first. Of course, we can change that back to the default page. And also what is possible is that you can reorganize your pages. If you want to change the order of pages, then it is also possible. Just press and hold your finger on the page, and then you can drag it around. So I can just move this page over here all the way to the left side, and there we go, we have something like this. And one more thing, we can also once again press and hold our finger on an empty space in order to find settings. This allows you to quickly jump to the home screen settings. And of course, besides some like grid changes or something, we can also find the media page. Of course, the media page is by default enabled, so we have this feed page over here, these news, articles, and so on and so forth. So if you want to, you can turn them off in here if you don't like them. There are some additional settings that you might want to check out. However, they don't really change that much for the home screen, and then they don't really help you with the organization, but still, I think it's worth mentioning. So I believe I mentioned about everything in the case of organization of apps and pages. Also keep in mind that the app drawer can also be organized if you use the custom order, which is of course selected by default. And here we should be able to change positions of these apps quite easily. We can also create folders in here. You can do pretty much exactly the same way as you do on the home screen. You can drag and drop one app into another to create a folder, or you can use the selection method. So if you press and hold your finger and press select, then of course you can keep selecting apps and then create a folder as well. And in the case of the app drawer, we can also change the whole organization of the app drawer. To be precise, if you tap on these three dots here in the upper right corner, you can go to the sort option and you can switch to alphabetical sorting, which means that we have just one page on which we can scroll up and down, and the list is alphabetical, of course. You can switch back to the custom order where we have pages without any changes made whatsoever in between these two options. So if there's anything that I didn't mention in this video that you think should have been mentioned in the case of organization of apps and pages on the home screen and of course the app drawer, then please let me know in the comments. And if you are watching this video, then of course check out comments because maybe there is something more to find out. Leave a like and subscribe.